Have you ever stopped to think about what life was like for an ordinary person in the great empires of history? Amidst conquerors and epic battles, there were men and women living their routines, facing daily challenges, and building their stories. This video, titled Daily Life in the Great Empires, invites you to explore these lives, revealing what truly existed under the shadow of an empire. If you are a student, a history lover, or simply someone curious about the past, this content is for you. Let's discover how the innovations, traditions, and difficulties faced by these people shaped not only their lives but also the world we know today. The aim is a narrative that goes far beyond wars and conquests. It's about understanding the human essence that permeates all of history. Throughout our journey, you will see that daily life in our empires was not just about kingdoms and rulers, but about families, communities, and the struggle for survival and security. This is an invitation to reflect on how the experiences of the past still resonate in our current lives. Stay until the end, as we will share insights that may transform your perspective on history and the importance of understanding it. Prepare for a fascinating journey that reveals the day-to-day of a world that, although distant, still profoundly influences us. To understand daily life in the great empires, it's essential to contextualize the time and places where these civilizations flourished. The great empires, such as the Roman Empire, the Persian Empire, and the Inca Empire, were not only vast in territory, but also rich in culture, politics, and economy. Each left an indelible mark on the history of humanity, shaping the future in diverse ways. The Roman Empire, for example, stood out for its advanced administration and impressive infrastructure, including roads and aqueducts that facilitated trade and communication. Roman society was stratified, with a clear division between patricians, plebeians, and slaves, and each group had a distinct daily life. Life in Roman cities was bustling, with vibrant markets and cultural activities attracting people from various regions. In the Middle East, the Persian Empire was known for its religious tolerance and promotion of trade. The trade routes connecting Persia to Asia and Europe allowed for a rich cultural exchange, where ideas and products circulated freely. Daily life in the Persian Empire was marked by diversity, reflecting the various cultures that coexisted under its rule. Meanwhile, in the New World, the Inca Empire developed a sophisticated agricultural system, adapting to the challenging mountainous terrain. Life in Andean communities was deeply connected to the land and traditions, with festivals celebrating both the harvest and the gods. The Inca social structure was also hierarchical, but it possessed a strong sense of community and cooperation. Understanding these historical realities is fundamental to appreciating the daily lives of these societies. By examining social, economic, and political structures, we can see how they influenced not only the lives of leaders, but also the experiences of millions of ordinary people. This understanding allows us to connect the past with the present, revealing the continuity and transformations that shape our daily lives even today. Daily life in our great empires was multifaceted, reflecting the diversity of their situations and the complexities of their social structures. Let's explore the daily routines of different social groups, peasants, merchants, and nobles, to understand how their lives were shaped by the context of each empire. The routine of peasants was marked by hard work in the fields. They woke at dawn, when the sunlight began to illuminate the lands they cultivated. The work was arduous and demanding, consisting of planting, harvesting, and caring for animals. Depending on the time of year, activities varied. In spring, seeds were sown. In summer, crops were tended. In autumn, the harvest was gathered. And in winter, peasants often focused on repairing tools and preparing for the next agricultural cycle. Families worked together, and social life was often organized around agricultural festivals that celebrated both the fertility of the land and the deities that protected it. The lives of merchants presented a significant contrast. They were often wealthier and enjoyed a certain social mobility. Markets were the beating heart of cities, where products from different regions were exchanged. Merchants traveled long routes, bringing spices, textiles, and precious metals, and their interactions fostered a vibrant cultural exchange. Beyond trade, markets were places of gathering, where people shared news and stories, creating a vital social network for the community. The life of a merchant was often filled with risks, but also brimming with opportunities for wealth and social ascent. On the other hand, noble life was marked by privileges and responsibilities. Nobles lived in large estates or palaces and were responsible for managing lands and administering justice. Their days were filled with activities that ranged from managing their fiefdoms to participating in banquets and social events, as well as practicing sports and cultural activities. The feasts were lavish, with banquets offering exotic foods and varied entertainment, such as music and dance. While they enjoyed many privileges, nobles also faced pressure to maintain their social standing and ensure the loyalty of their vassals and subjects. The daily activities of each social group also reflected local traditions and cultural influences. For instance, food varied significantly among the empires. While Romans enjoyed diverse banquets influenced by various regions, the Incas relied heavily on local products like corn and potatoes, which were fundamental to their diet. Clothing, religious rituals, and festivals were also expressions of each empire's culture. Moreover, education and access to knowledge were aspects that differentiated these routines. While nobles typically had access to tutors and formal education, most peasants and even some merchants had limited education. This disparity directly impacted opportunities and social mobility, perpetuating cycles of poverty and privilege. Finally, when observing daily life in the great empires, it's fascinating to realize how human experiences, love, struggle, joy, and pain, were universal, even in such different contexts. These experiences not only shaped the societies of their time, but also left legacies that influenced our modern world. Daily life in the great empires was not without challenges and conflicts. The struggle for survival and the facing of adversities were constants in the lives of ordinary people, often overshadowed by the grandeur of historical events and figures of power. Let's explore some of the challenges that shaped everyday experiences in these empires and how these conflicts influenced their societies. One of the main difficulties faced by peasants was vulnerability to natural disasters, such as droughts and floods, which could devastate entire harvests. Climate often determined the success or failure of a crop, directly affecting food supply and local economies. Additionally, peasants were frequently burdened by taxes imposed by nobles or the central government, further complicating their economic situation. This combination of factors led to revolts and popular movements in various contexts, such as the Gladiator Revolt in ancient Rome and the Peasants' Revolt in medieval England, which demonstrated widespread discontent in the face of oppression. Merchants, despite their relatively privileged position, also faced significant challenges. Trade routes were often dangerous, with threats from bandits and the risks of disease during long journeys. Additionally, competition among merchants could be fierce, leading to conflicts in trade relations. In some cases, rivalries between city-states or between different empires resulted in conflicts that affected trade and the safety of routes. Nobles, in turn, were not immune to conflicts. Power struggles between different factions within an empire, including civil wars and family rivalries, were common. For example, in the Roman Empire, the struggle for control led to a series of civil wars that destabilized society and resulted in great suffering for the populace. These conflicts affected not only the elite but quickly spread and impacted the lives of all citizens, causing chaos and uncertainty. In addition to internal conflicts, many empires faced external invasions that threatened their stability. Barbarian invasions, for instance, were a significant factor in the fall of the Western Roman Empire, wreaking havoc on communities and forcing many to relocate. The insecurity stemming from these invasions impacted daily life, leading people to band together in closer communities in search of protection. These challenges and conflicts played a crucial role in shaping the identity of societies. The resilience of people in the face of difficulties and their capacity to unite against adversities are stories of strength and solidarity. The struggle for justice and equality, as manifested in popular revolts, also planted the seeds for social changes that, over time, would lead to significant transformations in power structures. In summary, Daily life in the great empires was marked by challenges that fostered adaptation and resilience. While many aspects of life were influenced by oppression and struggle, shared experiences evolved into a sense of community and identity that transcended adversities. These stories of struggle and perseverance are an integral part of the historical legacy that still resonates in our contemporary lives. The great empires not only shaped the daily lives of their inhabitants, but also left cultural legacies that continue to influence the world today. The traditions, innovations, and artistic achievements of these civilizations are testaments to human creativity and adaptability, and understanding these contributions is essential to appreciating the richness of our global cultural heritage. One of the most notable legacies of the empires is monumental architecture. The Roman Empire, for instance, is famous for its grand structures, such as the Colosseum and the aqueducts, which not only demonstrated power and advanced engineering, but also provided spaces for public and social life. These constructions continue to inspire modern architects and engineers, reflecting the durability of Roman ideas about urbanism and design. In addition to architecture, the artistic contributions of the empires are equally significant. The Persian Empire, with its rich tapestry of cultural influences, produced artworks that combined elements from different traditions, resulting in a unique and sophisticated style. Persian miniatures, for example, are known for their beauty and attention to detail, inspiring artists from various eras and regions. Literature and philosophy also flourished under the great empires. In the Roman Empire, the works of writers such as Cicero and Virgil influenced Western thought, while Greek philosophy, which was absorbed and reinterpreted by the Romans, laid the foundations for modern philosophy. Meanwhile, in the Inca Empire, oral traditions and stories told by elders preserved the wisdom and culture of Andean civilization, passing down legacies that are still respected and celebrated today. Technological innovations also played a crucial role in the cultural contributions of the empires. The invention of the wheel, advancements in agriculture, and engineering techniques in the Mesopotamian and ancient Egyptian empires revolutionized food production and facilitated daily life. These innovations not only improved quality of life, but also allowed for the formation of more complex societies. Understanding these cultural contributions is essential for considering the continuity of human history and how past experiences continue to shape our lives. The interconnectedness between cultures and the exchange of ideas among the empires were fundamental to the development of civilization, showing that cultural heritage is a collective legacy built over centuries of exchange and interaction. Ultimately, the legacies of the great empires remind us that the daily lives of their inhabitants, with their routines, challenges, and innovations, are not confined to the past. The cultural influences that emerge from these empires continue to resonate in our modern societies, shaping the way we live, think, and relate to one another. Throughout this video, we have explored the diverse facets of daily life in the great empires of history, from the routines of peasants to the challenges faced by merchants and nobles. Through analyzing their daily routines, challenges, and cultural contributions, it has become clear that life under the shadow of an empire was rich in experiences and complexities, often overlooked in traditional narratives that focus solely on military conquests and figures of power. These accounts teach us that history is made not just by leaders and warriors, but by everyday men and women who, through their daily struggles and innovations, shaped the world they lived in. Daily life in the great empires offers us a deeper insight into human resilience and adaptability, reflecting issues that we still encounter in our modern lives. We invite you to reflect on how these past experiences resonate in your own daily life. What lessons can we learn from the challenges faced by these civilizations? How do the innovations and traditions that emerged in ancient times still influence our lives today? If you are interested in the topic and wish to continue exploring the rich tapestry of human history, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comments, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos. History is alive, and each of us plays a role in the continuity of this narrative. Join us on our next journey to discover more about the experiences that shaped humanity